Hello, I'm Julian Schwartz with JJW Productions. I'm a freelance videographer outside of Pittsburgh, PA, and I'm starting a new video series for my YouTube channel. I will be doing different car reviews for cars that I own, my family owns, or that some of my friends own. And without further ado, we're going to do the first video on my car, a 2012 Ford Escape. And here it is, a 2012 Ford Escape Limited Trim. Now, the 2012 Escapes had 4 different trims: the XLS, XLT, XLT Sport Appearance Package, and the Limited. Now, the major differences were cosmetic at the front. The bumper on the Limited is chrome as opposed to body colored. On the XLS, you didn't have the fog lights, whereas the XLT and Limited you do. And on the Limited, the door handles and the mirrors were both body colored. So why did I choose the Escape as the SUV of my choice? First, the look of it. 2012 Escape was actually the last year for this body style. 2013 they changed the look over to a more standard SUV. This one is a lot more truck-like, looks a lot more rugged, and I like the boxy look, I like the truck look of it. Now, the second reason I chose the Escape over other SUVs was actually the glass hatch. Now, the Escape as well as the Explorer at one point both had this feature where you could open the glass hatch separately than the rest of the tailgate. Now, I like this feature because there are times where I don't need to open the full tailgate. I just need to open this to get into the trunk, and it makes it a lot more convenient, especially when you're in a tight space. Now, the second reason it's useful is whenever I go biking, I have a bike rack on my trailer hitch, and I cannot open the full tailgate with it there, so it's convenient to throw stuff in, open the glass hatch, and still have access. Now, the next feature that I like about the Escape is actually the backup camera that comes with it. Let me show you. Now, some of the Ford vehicles, they don't always have the touchscreen navigation sync radio, which my car did not originally come with it. So Ford had to put the camera elsewhere. And it is up in the mirror. Now, I like the feature here, having it in the mirror, because my eyes are trained to look in the mirror when I'm backing up, so I'm only looking at one place. I don't have to look up, look down, look up, look down. So now you know why I chose the Escape over other SUVs. Now, since I bought it, I've slowly added different modifications to it to make it better for my personal benefit or to help the car. Now, one of the first things I did was actually at the back. First thing that I put on this car was this trailer hitch. Now, an interesting note, the Ford Escapes actually do have that as an option. However, mine did not come with it at the factory, so I had to get this trailer hitch installed as an aftermarket. Now, the reason I got this installed, whenever I got the Escape, I found it cannot support a bike rack on the tailgate. Whenever I latch it up here, as well as down here, if I have 2 bikes on the rack, it actually pushes it down and causes the latches that go here to come undone, no matter how tight they are. So I invested money, went to U-Haul, got this installed. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a wiring harness with it. I didn't need it at the time, but that is something that I'm going to be putting on it within the next year. This next modification is actually not visible on the car. It's actually something that is with the electronics, and that is a remote start system. Now, this next modification, something that the Escape also had an option for, but mine did not come with it. Starting to see a trend here. It was these running boards. Now, I put these on because they make the car look cooler. They make it look more truck-like, more rugged. So, and with the Escape, when they come with it, they're usually mounted here However, these are actually mounted underneath the frame of the car. Like I said, they make the car look cooler. You can actually stand up on it if I want to clean up here. Makes it easier to do so. And they just make it look more truck-like. This next modification is the radio itself. Now, I did have the sync radio in this car originally. However, I was having issues with it last year, so I decided to get it replaced. I took it to the Ford dealership. They couldn't figure anything out, so I got this radio installed. I actually did it myself with the help of one of my friends. An interesting note, a second modification I did with this radio was the glossy vinyl wrap. Now, the dash kit that originally came with the radio was a matte finish. So I bought a vinyl wrap and took the radio apart again a couple weeks ago and got it wrapped up, made it glossy again to match the original trim that came with the car. The last modification that I put on this car myself is actually up here. No, it was not the sunroof. Thankfully, that was an option that came with the car when I bought it, so I didn't need to invest money in that. It was this piece right here, this wind deflector. Now, on some cars that have sunroofs, when you open the sunroof, a screen comes up with the sunroof. It deflects the wind, reduces the noise that comes into the car when the roof is open. The Escapes actually don't come with that. So I had to buy this piece to put on, and it was very quick, very easy. It's just some adhesive. You line it up and you just press, and I've had it on here for probably a couple months now. It has stayed on ever since, and it also makes the car look cooler, I think. It deflects the wind, deflects the noise very well, and on days like today, I like to have my sunroof open, and when driving down the highway, you don't want that extra noise. And that is my car for you. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see other videos and keep up to date with my channel, please hit that subscribe button. Any questions or comments, leave them in the towel section down below, and I will see you next time.